Good afternoon to you. It is 3:34. My name is Joel Natale. I'm live from our Kingdom Financial Group studio here at 5th and State. We also got the cameras turned on because we want to welcome in Thasia Anne Lunger. She is getting ready for another Women of Word and a few man-made words too. Special, I would call it almost an immersive event, isn't it, Thasia?
Yes, and we tried to interact with the audience at different places, to keep them interested. We use music, dance, poetry, and humor to talk about the subjects that are not easy to talk about, that every town goes through. You have your mental illness, homelessness, domestic violence. They're everywhere. So we have found a way to talk about them to help people maybe recognize that they are or they know someone who is in that situation. And then we offer them on the back of the program the numbers for the agencies that help them. And then also at the performance are the agencies, and then they will be available at the reception immediately following to answer questions and hand out brochures and so on.
All right, let's get back to the basics here. Tell us about how Women of Word started and what the mission is for it.
Well, it started back in 2010. I was at a poetry reading, and I had often done poetry about domestic violence because I am a survivor. And one night a woman came up and read a poem about domestic violence, and it felt like almost a conversation with one of my pieces. So I kind of tucked that away, and a couple weeks later, I was at a different poetry reading, and someone did a poem about the loss of their son. And I have a whole chapbook on the loss of my son. And again, I felt that connection. So I felt like the Lord was talking to me. Mm-hmm. And so I got together with a few women poets. And the first year we were at Barrand in the Smith Chapel. And there were, I think, 8 of us. And so we are now going into season 14.
Oh, my.
14. With the COVID and so on, it messed up our numbers, but 14 is still pretty
sure
impressive.
Is. That is. And you've added on to, because you mentioned that not only is it where you are sharing your poetry, sharing, it sounds like we're going to be sharing a song here and so on, but you're also sharing information to help people navigate.
Right. In the beginning, as this, came to me from the Lord and I continued doing it, in the beginning, we were talking about those subjects, but then people would come up afterwards and we didn't really have any answers for them.
Right.
So that's what made me realize, well, on the back of the program, I need all those phone numbers. But then I started thinking about it, and you hear it on an evening, and then the next day you're supposed to pick up this cold phone number and call somebody. And maybe you're not as ready as you were last night. So that's why I started bringing the actual agencies in at the reception so that people can chit-chat with them right away. And there's a big difference between a business card and a warm, friendly face.
So what kind of agencies will be available at this year's WOW?
Invited and not all confirmed,
Sure.
but SafeNet, Crime Victim, Women's Care Center. Oh boy, you're putting me on the spot. I don't think I have that all written.
But basically, folks that could help with
Mental Health Association.
Okay.
Yeah,
that is really, really cool. All right, we've got breaking news here because you're adding. Now, have you had music in the past?
Yes, we have had music in the past. Giselle Luttrell from Tipsy Bean had been in a couple with an original song of hers, Don't Forget Who You Are. And that one is very powerful because a lot of women, when they're raising children and they're helping the husband and they're doing all the things, then all of a sudden the kid goes off to college and she's like, boy, I don't even remember where I was headed at one point. So that song is very powerful. But this year we have a different musician that we're bringing in.
So, Shani Bills, you are going to the WOW this year.
I am adding into the wow factor.
Yes, you are the wow factor. That's awesome.
But yeah, I'm really looking
Are
forward
we allowed to
it.
talk about the song or no?
I don't think so.
I don't want to disclose the particular
But
song.
it's going to be an appropriate song for the contest.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. right.
I hand-picked it.
Okay.
Like a long time
Yes,
ago.
I heard her do it.
Yeah.
I ran up to her at her first break, and I said, "I have to have that in Wow."
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. Nope, it happens all the time.
The double explanation. So how does that feel for you to be participating in this?
Oh, I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I can't wait. And I'm so glad, too, that it's at Gannon Schuster Theater because I spent my college years performing on that stage. And so it'll be really cool to
Yes.
go on that stage
And comfortable,
again.
not as
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've been in many different places over the years. We started at Barron, and then we went to Edinburgh while I was attending Edinburgh, and I made theater one of my minors so that I could have the
Did you
access.
really?
Yes.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
I had
Yeah.
access to Diebold Theater the whole
Yeah.
time I was there, and learned so much taking the classes as far as better how to build what I do and so on. And then once I graduated and 2020 happened and everything shut down. So I've been at the library. I was at Chippers on Peach Street one year. I was at Basement Transmission. I've been at PACA a couple times. So I'd like to find a permanent home, and that's what I'm really hoping happens.
So,
Yeah,
so
that would help.
Who is this for? Who are you inviting to Wow?
Well, we invite the community, and we have everybody has their Facebook going right now. And then I'm doing, I'm doing the Blue Couch.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be an Erie Reader, and we just tried to get the word out where the people are. There, we also invite the agencies in. They learn a lot too, because they're used to seeing just this portion of it and seeing a lot of times. For example, in our homeless section, we have a gentleman talking about how pride would not let him admit to anybody. No, his family didn't know, his coworkers didn't know, and those are things that you don't necessarily think of. You think, hey, if you're homeless, you're going to reach out for help.
Right.
Not necessarily. He lived in his car for a while.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So when is it? Where is it? And is there any cost involved? All that stuff. So.
It is February 24th at 6 p.m. in Schuster Theater on Gannon campus. There is absolutely no cost to come and attend this. And it's, it's a little over an hour long, and then immediately following is a reception that is catered by Waffle Miracle.
Oh wow! Nice.
And if you've never had their Waffle Miracles, yeah, they are
tremendous,
amazing.
yeah. So it's a Tuesday night.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The 24th.
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yes.
So at the Schuster Theater. So that's on Sassafras. I'm thinking that if you don't find on-street parking, there is a ramp just a block away on 7th.
Mm-hmm. Yes. 7th and Peach.
And Peach. Yeah. Wow. You've got to be excited.
Oh, I'm
year coming up
extremely
here.
excited. Yes.
Do you have any reactions that you had from last year? I mean, what were some of the things that any stories?
Not necessarily from last year, but I have had, when I was at Edinburgh, I had a young man come up to me and say, I've been thinking for months that maybe I have mental illness, but I didn't know what to do or where to go. And I didn't know if I was, overthinking. And he said, tonight, listening to your poets, I felt like, yes, I do. And then there's the number on the back of the program. And I helped actually connect him with their on-campus counseling group.
Oh, wow.
And then there many years, multiple years, women have come up to me because I do the set on domestic violence to ask for help, or where do you go, or I got out and I'm so glad to see other people getting out, and that kind of thing. So
Do you think you'll have some Gannon students come?
yeah, that's one of the things I was wanted to mention, is that creative writing, social work, gender studies, and theater kids are getting extra credit. So fill up the bleachers, please.
There you go.
There's free Waffle Miracle food afterwards. If that's not a tease.
Exactly. Did you come with a poem?
I can read a poem. I did real quick want to do our mission statement
Yes.
because over the years we decided we needed one. WOW's mission is to eliminate barriers so that people can be connected to the services they need to become survivors. And then we also aim to spark their creative side and motivate them to become thrivers.
I love that. Not only survive, but thrive.
Yes.
But helping them walk through the steps of that.
Yes.
Because sometimes if you're totally stuck,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah,
you're not even making that progress to surviving.
Yes,
So
right.
that's amazing. Talk before you do the poem too. Talk about the some of the man-made words, which means that some men are going to be involved in WOW.
Yes. Well, we have two men that are veterans, and they talk a lot about PTSD, and one of them has talked about suicidal thoughts. Wow. And we know, what the statistics are on veterans and suicide. And then this new gentleman coming in, I'm so happy I found Jordan Bowen. He is a slam poet, but...
and what does that mean?
They do more aggressive poetry. Most of them, or a lot of them, have it memorized. And there's rules and regulations. They do competitions. They're timed. They get scores. And I get to say right now that last Friday night I competed, and out of 11, I didn't make the top 3, but I was right there. And
Nice.
I am the oldest slam poet in all of Erie County.
All right. I love that.
That's fantastic.
Most people wouldn't be announcing the old part, but what the heck?
What the heck, right? That's so cool. Okay. I want to remind folks again, we're talking about the Women of Word on the 24th of February at the Schuster Theater on the campus of Gannon University, right there on Sassafras Street. Okay, share your poem there, Thasia.
Okay, this one is about having survived domestic violence and coming to the realization that I actually was a survivor.
And what's the title?
First, I found my voice. After 17 years, after finally breaking free like a runner breaking tape, I found myself writing about endurance and strength, about escaping and standing up. I decided I wanted to help others, to show them the way out, to show them that I had made it and they could also. I had to take it from my brain to paper. But first, I had to find my voice, and I told my story. I floated my voice like a cape on a windswept night, and I became the crusader.
I love that. Wow.
All right.
That's empowering.
Thank you. Thank you.
You get that sense too.
Yeah.
Like,
I've seen it work. That's the thing. And, God told me to do this, and I did it. I was going to do it no matter what. But he has very graciously allowed me to see that his plan for my poetry works and that it helps people. And that's the whole point of WOW, is to help people.
fantastic. Again, you don't want to miss it here. There's lots of space at that theater, too.
Yes, we figure we can get 100 people at least on the bleachers.
That's fantastic. So the Schuster Theater at Gannon, right there on Sassafras Street, on Tuesday night, the 24th of February, 6 o'clock. The Women of Word and a few man-made words, too.
And it's free.
And it's free with food. Free food.
Free and with food.
That's fantastic. Thasia Lunger, thank you so much.
Thank you, Joel and Shani, and I can't wait to have Shani be a part.
Yeah.
I can't either. I'm really looking forward to this so much.
And again, it's a surprise what song she's doing, but then we're going to make her sing it for us, I'm sure.
Okay. I could do that. Just to give you a hint, it is a song that I have done often.
Okay.
So I'm sure you've heard it.
I think I kind of know which one it is, but thank you guys.